September 11th.
Oh, you're shitting me.
It's their day. So
you're shitting
September. I'm not shitting you. September 11th is the 250.
It
is the 254th day of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Which plus 5 plus 4 is 11. And there's also 111 days remaining till the end of the year. That is a shit ton of ones, guys.
That's a portal opening.
That's a huge portal.
Between the years of 1900 to 2099, September 11th of the Gregorian calendar is the leap day of the Coptic and Ethiopian calendars. These leap days occur in the years immediately before leap years in the Julian and Gregorian calendars. In all common years of the Coptic and Ethiopian calendars, September 11th is New Year's Day. And today, and on September 11th in the year 9, that's when the Roman Empire got their asses broke by the Teutonic barbarians. Yeah, for like 400 years. Yeah. Good thing they didn't like it in the ass. Because if they didn't, they'd have to just take that as a loss.
Yeah.
Then, what happened? There's a lot that happened on September 11th throughout history. Let's see. We have.
That's another reason why they chose it, right?
There's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Alexander Hamilton appointed the first United States Secretary of the Treasury, 1789. Which is a double 17 for you scored at home.
Yeah.
So we have. We've got 1921. We've got Nahal. It's the first moshav in Palestine. Is settled as a part of the Zionist plan of creating a Jewish state later to be Israel.
Yeah.
In 1921.
That was right after 1919.
Right.
Conclusion of World War I and all of that.
Yep.
But it just proves that they were pushing that agenda all the way through, right?
All WWs are all this agenda exactly.
Now we have 1941. The construction begins on the Pentagon. 9/11. That's when they started building the Pentagon.
Oh, really? Hey.
Really?
And on that same day, Charles Lindbergh, he made a speech in Des Moines, Iowa, accusing the British, the Jews, and FDR, his whole administration, of pressing for war with Germany.
Yeah, I was going to say, when did they actually enter the war? Because there was a huge opposition to that. Who was that? Sorry, that name?
It was Charles Lindbergh.
Is it Charles Lindbergh?
Charles Lindbergh, yeah.
Now, this is where we got to remember everything in the movies, they have to tell us the truth, right?
Yes.
This is where we got to go way back into a famous collegiate movie, Animal House. Remember when Belushi was standing there and he talked about like when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? And people are like, Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? It's like, yes, motherfuckers. The Germans and us, we bombed Pearl Harbor. We did it in order to get us in the war.
Yes.
Japan had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
In fact, they were running exercises all week using anti-aircraft guns, and they had all of them locked, all the ammo locked up for the weekend, and they sent all the boys over to Honolulu, the Big Island, to have a nice R&R weekend. So they had the planes come in from the other side, from the Honolulu side. So the only guns that they had were the 5-inch guns on the battleships and the destroyers. You're not going to hit shit with those.
No.
So they're shelling the fuck out of Honolulu.
No.
Not even knowing it. So they're killing their own people. And for what? To get us into a war? I mean.
Well, at that point in time, we were practicing isolationism. So FDR was being an isolationist. So we were not getting involved and we needed to push into the war. So, yeah.
His sister's dick. He was so balls deep in this Masonic shit.
Yeah.
Why do you think he served 4 terms? And then he turned around and said, oh, no, we can only serve 2 terms. It's like, buddy, you didn't serve a legitimate term.
Yeah.
At all. Then you had And there were a lot of battles on well, and then you had in 1950. That's when Truman got the Korean War kicked off. He authorized all the military operations north of the 38th parallel. It's like,
Yeah.
Why the fuck not? But then, also in 1830, there was an anti-Masonic party convention. It was one of the first American political party conventions. And guess who was big into the whole anti-Masonic movement? John Quincy Adams.
He would be.
Because you had John Adams and you had John Quincy Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the difference between the two? Remember, you got to do everything twice, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference? Just a cue. That's
Yeah,
all.
dark to light.
Just a cue.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Well, all we're doing is transitioning to a time where light is kind of the king of the planet.
Oh, we're gonna break it off with some ass now. That's what we're gonna do. This is gonna get good because they said Matt made terms. That's all we're gonna do.
So if you can't get on board with that, you're going to go in the life vessel. What you're saying?
You'll be going bye-bye this month.
Get your little floaties. Get in the pool.
Bye-bye. 1976. A bomb planted by a Croatian terrorist is found at New York's Grand Central Terminal. One NYPD officer is killed trying to defuse it. Now, didn't they mention this in the drops as a false flag? Remember when they were talking about there was like a false flag bombing in the subway in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something
There's
there.
a lot of that ramping up right
Yeah.
now too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of that stuff going on right now.
Yep.
False flags every day.
Well, and I was only 17 days old on September 11th, 1976. Okay. Didn't make that shit up here, me. Nope. Then 1982, the international forces that were guaranteeing the safety of Palestinian refugees following Israel's 1982 invasion of Lebanon leave Beirut. 5 days later, several thousand refugees are massacred in the Sabra and Shatila refugee camps by Phalange forces. Cut the shit. Israel's in it for killing. That's it. That's all they want to do. They'll kill animals. They'll sacrifice this. They'll sacrifice that.
Yeah.
People have got to get off their dicks and just understand who they really are.
And
are not
exactly. And who's really
Exactly.
behind all the pro-choice of getting rid of babies, right?
Mhm.
Behind all that movement that it's your choice and your body and all the drug movements too.
Oh,
the CIA and
Yeah.
Thank you. We have banana bread.
There's a bunch of shit things anyways. Then we have we know September 11th. In 1992, there's a hurricane that hit the Hawaiian Islands, and it's Hurricane Iniki, Iniki, like Inky.
Yeah,
Mhm.
really.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2007, Russia tested the largest conventional weapon ever, the father of all bombs.
Mm.
So, if they tested it in 2007, right?
Flab?
So, if we're going to the multiples, so 7 is 21. Don't you need to define feminine? Because you got to define masculine. I mean,
Yep.
throw the feminine there 14 years later.
Yeah.
Total pole reversal.
I mean, yeah. It's.
Because it used to be Mother Russia. Now it's going to become Father Russia. And look at Putin's role. He's like
Yeah.
the dad that's like, let's be reasonable.
Yeah.
Not the dad that flies off the handle. Not the dad that is keep someone under the stairs.
He's a dad that's digging shallow graves.
So yeah, interesting how we are having a pole reversal, and it's in consciousness in our own bodies too, guys. We're not supposed to be led with the mental ego. That's what created the all these systems that are Rothschild and Rockefeller oriented. It's all the perverted mind with no empathy attached.
Yeah.
What if we did things with empathy first? Well, if I was going to do this, how would I feel having it done to me? What if we all ask that question first? You don't need to say, what would Jesus do? Yes, how would I feel if someone did this to me?